Okay, hi everyone, welcome to the Web3 Education and Investment. So this channel, if you are new to this channel, I'm going to share my personal experience and hopefully I can provide some education in the Web3. And if you are new, feel free to leave a comment or subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos. And so today in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts about how we can find a good domain name in Web3. And so I just realized this might be a very interesting and useful topic. And so first of all, like what is a domain name in Web3? And so it's similar like in Web2, we have a name. For example, you have google.com. So google.com actually, they have different IP address. So a list of numbers. Those numbers, nobody can remember that. It's just too complicated. And so in the Web3, it's similar to that. All of us has a it's not IP address. All of us has the address. It's a wallet address. Like if you have Ethereum, you have a Ethereum wallet address. I have Polkadot. I have a Polkadot wallet address. So those addresses, normally it's quite long. It's kind of looks like it's random, right? It's quite long as well. So they have a domain name, for example, the ENS, the Ethereum Name Service. And so you can have something like .eth. You have Polkadot Name Service, like something dot. And there will be a lot of other name service, like something .nft, something .x, something .crypto. All of those, they are the domain name. You can actually buy that. And a lot of the domain name, they are also NFT, so it's kind of unique, and there will be more coming out in the future. So this is the domain name in the Web3, and you may ask why we need it, why we need that domain name in Web3. And so I can share a few of my thoughts. First of all, the address, as you can see it here, it's very long, but if I can just convert that into Web3 education dot, that's quite easier, right? It's quite easy to remember, and even for myself, like if I have a friend, if you are my friend, and you want to send me some Ethereum, you want to send me some Polkadot, and so instead of sending you this random string, it's kind of difficult. I would just tell you, okay, just send me through Web3 education dot, and then you will just send that, and I'm gonna get the dot. So it's kind of very easy. That's one of the reasons you want to have it. Another reason is actually the identity in Web3. So in Web3, it's kind of decentralized. We don't know each other, the real name. However, your wallet would be your identity. So you could imagine in the future when you have a website, when you try to log in the website, you are not going to use username password anymore. You are going to use a wallet address. For example, you have this web3 education dot. I have that wallet, and with that domain name, I can log in with that. I can log in with that wallet. I don't really need to have a username password anymore. So that's also a cool thing. And also this NFT and the decentralized website. So like those a lot of the Web3, the domain name, they are actually one kind of NFT. They're actually the NFT. So NFT, there's a unique thing, like those NFT, you can store that. You can even make a website. It's a decentralized website using that NFT. And so other people, they can visit your website, and it's decentralized. So there will be a lot of opportunities in that in the field. So I feel that's why like we need a domain name. We want to have that. So now we know the reason. Now let's talk about what is a good domain name. Like how we can find the good domain name. And so you can actually compare that with Web 2, like Google, Amazon, those kind of companies, right? They have a good name. Those company name, it's very good. Why it's good? It's good because it's easy to remember, right? It's kind of a unique. It's kind of a not very long, easy to spell, right? That would be a lot of reasons like why it's good. So I'm going to share some of my thoughts like for the good domain name and how you want to get that. And so first of all, you have to ask yourself like what do you want to do? I could imagine, for example, the first thing like if I want to sell that in the future, or if I want to keep it for myself. So for example, the Web3 education dot dot, that's my domain name now, and I probably want to keep that for myself. And so if you want to keep it for yourself, you may want to find some domain name that's easy for yourself to remember, that's unique for yourself. It might be difficult for other people to understand that. That's okay. You can even use your location name, use your real name, so that's fine. But if you want to sell that in the future, then you have to consider different things. You have to consider like how you want to use that, what kind of service you want to do, right? What kind of business you want to do. So if you want to say, okay, I want to do the business in Polkadot. If you want to do the business in Polkadot, maybe your domain name could contain the Polkadot, something like a dot or something like Polkadot or Kusama. Those kind of names you want to do. And so that's the first thing like you always need to ask yourself. Now I'm going to give some important tips that you may find it's useful, or I hope it's useful. So a few important tips like I would like to share to everyone. So first of all, you have to make sure the name is kind of unique. Do some Google search, even though it's a Web3, you can still use Google and do some search. Why you want to make sure it's unique? So because you don't want like if you do some business and then like you find out, okay, I'm going to do a business on Polkadot and I would sell, I would do a kind of a DAX or something. And then you find out some other people already did that and they did something else, but they use similar names. And then in the future, when you make a big business and your user will be confused, like they want to know, oh, you said it's a business with a name ABC, and your user find out that another name is also ABC or similar to that, and they get confused. So you don't want it to happen. So you want to make sure it's kind of unique. And second thing is you probably want to make it shorter. So because shorter is normally better, and your name should normally not more than 2 to 3 words. Like you don't want to have a domain name saying like today is Friday. This kind of name is it's just like a sentence and you have several words. It's kind of difficult to remember as well. So you want to make it shorter. And also you want to avoid those digit, doubled, letter, hyphens. So something like okay, I want to have a crypto open. So the user may have a typo. They forget to have another O. So crypto open. You have 2 O's in between. But if you just make this kind of very confusing, right? This kind of name, the users may type it wrong. So even yourself, I think you may type it wrong. So you don't want it. You don't want this kind of name. And you also want to have the name easy to remember, easy to pronounce, easy to spell. You want to have like a short name, or if it's not that short, but at least it's easy to spell, easy to pronounce. So it will be easy if you want to tell others, right? So one thing you can do is you can tell the name to your family, to your parents, to your kids. Like if they can remember that, that's normally a good name. And so that's one thing. And another thing is I hope like this name will tell what you are doing. So if I read your name, for example, I have a Web3 education. So if you check the name, you know, okay, you are going to do something related to the Web3 education. That's kind of a name easy to remember, right? So if you want to do a business, like I'm going to sell Apple, but in my domain I said it's orange, then people will get confused. So now I'm going to demo how we can get the domain name, because recently I just see the domain, like the PNS for getting a Polkadot domain. So now I'm going to show you, like in the previous video I actually demoed how you can get the PNS. So they actually have a NFT for the first like 10,000 domain holders. So this NFT might be valuable in the future, but to be honest, I don't know the value. For the first week, you need to spend like around $15 for each domain name, something dot dot. But if the NFT itself was $15, then you basically get a name for free, right? So you can check that. So you can open this link. I'm going to post a link below the video. So you can open the link and you can see the this is total number of owner right now, and this is the items, like that's the right now the number of domains already being sold. And so if you do it now, it's still within 10,000. And so you can get the NFT. So if you buy 3, you are going to get 3 NFT. I'm not sure how the NFT looks like. Maybe it's not based on the name itself, because now the name you have to have more than 10 letters. Maybe it's kind of other NFT, but they are going to announce that. So we don't know this one yet. But you can do some analysis. You can check the top holders. This one I believe is for the pre-registration account. So those who participate in the need entry crowd loan, they can pre-register. I actually participated that. I forgot to pre-register, so that's pity. I actually should have this this NFT. But anyhow, you can check the top holders. This guy bought like more than 100 domains now. That's crazy. I don't know, maybe he's going to sell that in the future, but at least I was thinking I can get a few more. And so you can go to this link to get the domain now. So I hope we are the early adopters, just like Ethereum, like those early adopters. They actually earn a lot of money, like if they buy that domain. But you know, like it may take some time. So I I don't know. But I'm going to share what I have in my mind. So I'm going to show you like something I want to buy. So Web3, for example, Web3 investment. That's related to my YouTube channel. So I think that's a name I probably want to buy. I want to buy some name with kind of a art, just like impressionism. That's kind of a cool name, maybe related to art, right? I want to get something like related to the crypto, like crypto dance. That's like a good name, only 2 words, and it's probably easy to remember. I want to buy something related to what I have done before, deep learning. Yeah, that's a technique I worked on. Data science, that's something I work on, but I want to get that domain. So it's kind of weird, but I'm going to try that. Or maybe something like a bright bird. Looks cool, right? So I'm going to show you now what you can do. Just go here and search. Okay, it's available, and then you can just register. It's $15. It will cost like three gleamer. So you first need to get the gleamer. So you can register that. And yeah, it will cost you actually more than 3 gleamer. It's a 4.6 gleamer. So Let me see if I can register several of them together. So this is one of that. Can I add it? Okay. Okay. Looks like I have to do one by one. Anyhow, I'm not going to waste the time in the video, but you get what I'm going to do. So hopefully I can get all of those domains. So those are the domains I probably will register. So if you are new to this channel, this is Web3 education investment, and leave a comment or subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.